Welcome to the Learning and Memory Unit. By way of introduction, we're going to go ahead and take a learning and memory test together. First, I need you to gather your supplies. Once we've read through this list, you can hit pause on the movie while you collect everything. You need 3 pieces of notebook-sized paper. They can be plain or lined, doesn't matter. You need 1 pen or pencil. You need 1 envelope or folder. You could also just use a pocket in your notebook or binder where you can hide these tests after we take them until we discuss them at our next hangout. For this part of your learning to work, you actually need to put these tests out of view until we have our hangout. I need you to not peek at them or look at them again. Finally, you need your class binder or your notes pages. You will be making notes during this activity, so wherever you've been keeping your class notes, go ahead and grab that. Take a moment now and collect all of these things, and we'll get started. Okay, for test 1, take one of your pieces of paper and orient it horizontally in front of you. Go ahead and write the word copy. You don't need to write it real big. You just need to have the paper labeled. Write the word copy somewhere in the top of the page. In a moment, I'm going to show you a picture. You are to copy the picture you see on the screen exactly as you see it. Copy it onto your paper exactly as you see it on the screen. Do not hit pause on the film during this part of the test. That's cheating. Don't skip ahead if you finish copying the picture early. Just rest quietly. You'll have plenty of time to copy the picture, so don't need to race, although you do need to kind of move along. Just do your best on this. All right, are you ready? Got your paper oriented horizontally in front of you? Here's the picture. Begin copying as soon as you see it. Take about 30 more seconds. Keep copying. If you've finished, you can continue just to look at the picture. That's fine. Start to wrap up now. Okay, time's up. Now, go ahead and put that drawing away. Oops, sorry. Go ahead and put that drawing away. Put it in your envelope, put it in your binder, put it in the folder, wherever you have. And you guessed it. I want you to take a second piece of paper, orient it horizontally in front of you, and redraw as much of that picture from memory as you can. Go ahead. You can pause if you need to finish up. I'll leave the screen here for about 10 more seconds, let you finish. If that's not enough time, you can hit pause and give yourself a little bit more time. Okay. So, we're going to talk about that activity at our next hangout. We're going to talk about what you just did, what happened right there. But in order for you to show up to that hangout discussion and for it to be a rich and productive conversation, I want you to go ahead and hit pause on the movie right now. And I want you to jot down some notes about what you just did. There's no particular right or wrong answer here. I just want you to actively think on what just happened. What kind of memory do you think you just used? Now, we haven't yet talked about a lot of the different kinds of memories, so you're just having to be creative here. Push yourself a little bit. What part of the brain do you think you had to use to do that task? We've studied a lot of neuroanatomy, so you should have some good insights on this. What made that feel hard or easy for you? Did you use any particular tricks to try to accomplish that task? And finally, are there any diseases or disorders you can think of that would have made that task feel particularly hard? So go ahead, hit pause on the film, jot down your thoughts on that, and then I just want you to bring those to our hangout because we're going to talk about this exercise in some detail when we get together. All right, we're going to do our second test now. You've got one piece of paper remaining, so take that piece of paper and you're going to hear me read you a list of words. Do not write anything down while I read. Just listen. Writing now would be cheating, so don't do it because it will not be as fun if you cheat. This is a really interesting exercise and can be a lot of fun, but you got to actually do it right. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask any of you to admit how many of the words you actually remembered. Just do your best. Only listen to the list once. Again, listening more than once will ruin the fun and some of the learning that we're trying to accomplish here. So get your piece of paper. You can leave your pen down because you're not writing anything yet. I'll tell you when to write. I just want you to listen as I read this list of words. Bed, moon, pillow, slumber, blanket, wake, desk, night, rest, dark, evening, mattress. Now you may pick up your pen or pencil, write down as many of those words in any order that I just read aloud. Doesn't matter the order, I just want you to write them down. Use a list format, that'll be easier for our discussion, so just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and just write the words as you think of them. Go ahead and write your list. Okay, go ahead and put that paper away, put it with your other 2 pages. Don't go back and peek at that one. We'll bring that out at our Google Hangout. I do want you to go ahead, though, and make some notes, just as we did with the last task. Make some notes. What kind of memory did you use just then? What part of your brain do you think you had to use? Anything different than the first memory test you did today? Did anything make that test feel hard? Did anything sort of help it feel easy? Did you have any tricks or strategies? Any diseases or disorders you can think of that would have made that task hard? So I want you to think on those things. I want you to actually have some written notes because it may be a few days between when you do this and when we hang out. I don't want you to forget. And go ahead and bring those notes to our hangout. And we're going to build on this exercise in some of our upcoming assignments. You'll see. You'll be out in the community giving some of those tests to some people in your school or in your home or in your community. So we'll come back to this activity, but for now, in terms of your memory testing, put all of that away, think on what you did, jot down some notes to bring, and I'll see you soon.